but I'm still going to stick with this is a big deal. Smitty?
I like your point of it being an outside disc golf sponsor. I think that is a big deal. I don't know what the partnership is, how much Disc Golf Pro Tour is getting off of them. But like we've said earlier when we were talking about the Reddit thread, disc golfers are cheap. So I have needed glasses since 7th grade when my mom was supposed to get me an eye appointment. She never did. I haven't been able to see since 7th grade. Thanks a lot, Barb. That's a true story, by the way.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Players Meeting, a Wind Dummies production. I'm your host, Lucas Deal, and we are rocking episode number 52. If you're here, you're in the right place. This week, we're going to break down the wild off-week action, including an absolutely brutal, rain-soaked mudfest of a start to the Go Throw Tour stateside. Then we're going to look ahead at Waco, who's going to dominate, who's going to disappoint, and who's got that dark horse energy. Plus, we've got our picks and yours for week 2 of the Survivor League. It's all in this episode, so stay strapped in. And if you haven't, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications on the Disc and Deals YouTube channel so you never miss a single episode. We'd love to hear your comments, as we'll comment back. But without further ado, let's bring in the real star of the show, the one-time world champ, Chris Smith, a.k.a. Smitty. Smitty, what's going on, brother?
First day of track practice.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
2 hours of my day I can never get back every day.
Well, track coach to junior high people, I do not envy you, my friend.
Not a big deal. We only had 65 kids there today.
Whew.
That was only the girls.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You got your hands full.
Yes, sir.
What'd you get into this weekend, my man?
I played a little disc golf at the Augusta Open, sponsored by the Farm Path Tour out there at Garvin Park in Augusta and Santa Fe Lake, Knockwood Disc Golf Course.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes, sir.
I saw you played some MP40 action, and it looks like you played pretty well, Smitty.
Yeah, I did really well. I was 2 bad drives away from 2 great rounds, but I'm pretty happy with the second round out at Knockwood. That's nice to play that bogey free. Got to get some good breaks here and there and take the bad breaks along with them and just keep banging. So, yeah, picked up win number 92.
There it is. The Smitty tracker, 92, 8 away from 100 career wins. Smitty, that's going to be a great achievement when that happens, and we're going to track your progress every step of the way. I think we were talking about it. I think that's 3rd tournament this year, 3rd win this year. Let's keep that momentum rolling into the next one. What's your next tournament you're playing?
I think I'm going to play the Chris Jones Memorial this weekend, and then the team championships. And then I think that I might be back on PDGA. I'm not sure. Yeah,
because Chris Jones is unsanctioned, right? And then, of course, the team championship is unsanctioned. You got a pretty nice little squad. We got a Disc and Deals team. There's a Heiser Nuts team that you're not even on. You just got all your sponsored players.
They kicked me off.
And then you got on a Millbrook team instead.
Yeah, we had one team put together, and then something came up, and we lost a couple of players and scrambled around, and yeah, we filled another team with my dude Jordan Schaefer playing pro, me playing old boys, B-Mac playing advanced, Ryan Clementine playing Am Masters. And then Mr. Jeff Leahy is our swinger dinger.
Yeah, that's a good swinger. That's a good team.
Wife said.
Well, I will say we still have, I think, a little bit of room in that tournament for some other teams to get involved. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great to have 4 or 5 more teams sign up. It's really is fun. It's the format's fun. It's unique. It's different than any other tournament. It's just laid back, and I am not sure why nobody signs up for it. I think it's hard to get 5 people to do something at the same time, I guess, and people are too lazy.
The hardest part.
People are too lazy to hunt for partners, I think.
Yeah, you have to have like someone that's like the captain, and then they got to kind of arrange it all. And some people just don't want that responsibility. But it was cool. I mean, we did it last year, right? And the first round is a round of you break your team into a team of triples and a team of doubles. You score the best you can, and then that kind of puts your seeding, if you will, for the next part, which is match play against your particular field. So for me, I'm also playing in Old Boys. So if I was playing you and the Heisernauts, then it would be me, you, and Ronnie battling in a match play. We take it's just so fun. It was so fun last year. And if you don't have anything going on, check your calendars. Get a team together. You just got to bring 5 people. I'll put up a flyer right here so you can kind of see the stipulations. Pause this podcast real quick. Take a look. I'm telling you, it doesn't get much more fun than this, especially the team camaraderie. It's just a good time, man.
Yeah, man. I can't wait.
All right. Well, Smitty, let's jump into some off-week action, and let's start where we always start. What's popping? What's been happening around the world of disc golf? And we got to start at an absolutely disgusting weekend for the Go Throw Tour at the Hideaway Golf Course. And Smitty, I couldn't even watch this coverage. It looked so miserable.
Oh yeah, it was. It wasn't great. I've got a couple slides here we should look at while we're going to talk about how miserable it was. So that's James Conrad throwing with a puddle in the middle of the fairway there. James was struggling with his approach, his run up and whatnot. And then here on the right, that's hole 13, and I'm pretty sure those are maybe butt marks where people have fallen down and slid down the hill.
Yeah.
If you only watch one thing, go to round 1 and watch the lead card try to play hole 13. It takes Gannon about 23 minutes to walk down that hill. He looked pretty unsure of his footing.
And then on top of it, if they're not falling down the hill, I mean, their shoes are just absolutely caked with mud to where it's hard to even walk. I think Luke made a comment at one point that it looked like clown shoes on everyone. I mean, it did not look like fun. I would not have enjoyed being there. I feel sorry for the people that had to record as well.
And I feel sorry for the Go Throw guys to try to kick this thing off and get met with that on your first event. So, and the other people, I guess there's Ace Run Pro filming Chase Card, which I haven't seen. Exactly. And then somebody else is filming the ladies. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't plan on watching that. But while we're talking ladies, I put the top 5. Actually, I put the top 6 up here.
Yeah, honestly, Smitty, on both sides, there was a lot of people here, a lot more than I expected, I will say. And I think it was a success as far as the amount of touring pros that they got into this thing. As you can see here, Cat Merch battled and was able to shoot even for the tournament. And that's good enough to get a victory in those conditions. And Smitty, in second, look at that, one of your favorites, Maria leave your bag at home. She was, we haven't seen her in a while. It seems
She's
like
been there. You're not looking low enough.
All right. And then Rebecca Cox, who as you know, I love to root for. I love Rebecca. Hannah Wynn, Allie Smith, and Deanne Carey. Like I said, a solid women's field, but congratulations to Cat Merch. I have not seen a single throw of this coverage, though, but we definitely wanted to talk here about the ladies and give a nod to Cat Merch. Another good showing out there playing some disc golf.
And I'm not sure when the ladies' coverage is going to come out. That's kind of the downfall of this tour is I think it kind of loses some of its interest the longer you wait. Like I'm already amped for this weekend, and I've watched what I'm going to watch of this event on the men's side, and I'm not going to watch the chase card. I know nothing exciting happens. I watched the entire first round and then of the men's, and then I've watched from hole 15 through the end. That's it. That's all I'm going to watch. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I think that is a very good call out because you're going to have a lot of that happening throughout this year to where we're on to the next where we're going to get to see it live. We're going to miss some of the action. This one in particular really stings for Go Throw because of the coverage itself. It's just not fun to watch with all of those nasty conditions. And I'm sure it was absolutely horrible to play into.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's look at the men's side a little bit. Once again, we had a lot of big dudes there. A lot of Pro Tour guys made it. We had a pretty good battle. We had Sean's dude, Raven Newsom, leading it deep into the second round. And then he checked the scores and remembered he was Raven Newsom, and Gannon Burr slingshotted right past him.
Yeah. And honestly, those scores, if we look at, scores from the Hideaway that was just, last month, they shot way better than that. So you can just tell how much the elements and the conditions really, really hindered some of those scoring.
Oh, yeah. It sucked, dude. They couldn't throw off the tee. The cement tee pads looked slippery, so they were thrown beside. That got destroyed instantly. They couldn't walk down the fairway. It just looked miserable. And yeah, I probably wouldn't have quit, but it would have been taking some serious thought to keep me in there.
Yeah. Dude, I'm going to be very honest, and I think I probably would have pulled a Barsby.
Yeah, I still don't know. Yeah, I saw that. I still don't know if that's true. If he aced that hole and then took a big score and left, because he didn't have any scores on the two previous holes. And this was a tee time start, so he should have had scores up to those holes. So I've kind of looked around to see if that's truly what he did, ace and then bounce. But hey, man, I would have maybe bounced if I hit an ace.
Seriously,
yeah.
Get that ace spot, get out of there. You're still getting some money. Save yourself, because honestly, the way I look at this is those type of tournaments. I'm not messing around. This is if I'm those guys, this is my career. I'm not trying to get injured. That's an injury waiting to happen, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, and like we discussed, you can see all the coverage here at Go Throw. They got the first round and second round. They're only 2 rounds, both up. What did you think of them launching it early and doing members only? Or did you notice that?
I don't even think I realized it. I mean, I like that for them. I think it's a smart move, right? Because what's it take to be a member? Some type of subscription fee?
$5, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if enough people do that, that's a good revenue maker for Go Through. I mean, again, they're working their tails off to get this out as quickly as possible. They're doing a dang good job with all of their coverage. They've added chase card. They've added women. So, I mean, they're doing a lot, and they probably deserve a $5 donation from someone to see the coverage.
I think it's a smart move for them to do that. I read a little bit on Reddit. People are, of course, mad as heck that they're having to wait. And they were saying a couple of days, but it was out the same day. It was just a little bit later in the morning or early afternoon. So, do you get to watch any college basketball game you want for free? Or football? Even if you're just buying YouTube TV, aren't you buying a subscription to watch the football games that air on normal TV? Now, you can get some football games over the air. You can get some antenna, but very limited as to what you're going to get. I think smart move by them if they can make a little more cheddar to put into their equipment, their company, their brand. Awesome.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't know about it, but yeah, I think it's a smart move. I am always amazed at how Reddit, if there's ever a price increase or some new price on anything, disc golfers might be the cheapest people on the planet. It's amazing how often people complain about the smallest fees. You just raise the prices. I mean, I thought hell had frozen over, so just crazy.
Yeah, it is. And I guess my only negative takeaway from this entire thing is I don't know how much these guys won. I'd like to know that, how much Gannon Burr walked away with. And it may be out there somewhere. I tried to look on UDisc. I guess I should have tried to go to GoThrow's Facebook page to see what it was. But that's one of my complaints, that I'm having to work to find out the information, which big deal, right? If it's out there, go find it. And the other thing is, people like watching scores, and it was a little difficult to find this event on UDisc if you didn't have the hyperlink.
Yeah, agreed with that.
But I figured out you can search it. You can search it, go throw cancer playbook, and it would pop up. But
you had to type in all that, though. You couldn't just type in go throw and hit enter. Like, it wouldn't pop up. Right. So I agree. It was a little bit more difficult than it needed to be to find. But again, this was unsanctioned. Is that right? Yeah. So I'm very interested to know what the purse was. If someone knows how much Gannon got, let us know. Smitty can give his thoughts on if that's a good number or a bad number.
Right on. Well, that's enough go throw, I think.
Yeah. There were some other tournaments.
Wish him luck on down the road. Yeah, there's a few others. The 32nd Annual City of Mobile Championships. Don't even know why they played it. Should have just given this guy the trophy. I'll bet he has a room full of them.
All 32.
Definitely not. But yeah, Matty O was able to hold off a few touring pros there. Paul Kranz, Thunder Schultz, Casey White, Jakob. Good on him. Maybe building a little confidence moving into this weekend.
Yeah, because he didn't always play Waco well. He didn't play very well last year at Waco.
And he didn't play very well in Florida either.
No, not at all.
So, yeah, it's great. And I like the fact that these guys are having a little time to go and play some of these other events. Number one, it helps them by making some extra money. And number two, it helps the tournament. If you look at a tournament and you see that Matty O is signed up, you might sign up hoping to get a chance to play around with him.
Absolutely. Yeah, so, good job, Matty.
Yep. We also had this one, Joel frickin' Freeman, taking down the Awakening in Colorado.
Like a good tournament. Look at that final score. A stroke between them.
Yep. Hole 17X. Joe frickin' Freeman 4. Aaron Goosage 5. Hole 19. The final hole. Joel frickin' Freeman deuce. Aaron Goosage. That's how I'm going to say it from now on, by the way.
Okay.
4 bag.
Wow. So it did come down to the end. Wow. I can't believe it came down to it. And then, I mean, Goose lost it there. I mean, it was literally a loss on the last hole.
Yeah, I'm going to see if there's any stats available. It does not look. Oh, there are some putting stats. Goose took 2 putts on 17 and 3 on 19. So,
oh my God, it was a putting blunder.
Apparently. Apparently, I would assume so. So, yeah, hopefully we can find some footage of that and see how that played out. But once again, man, this guy gets his putt figured out. He might make me look smart. If he continues to do this, he's going to make me look like an idiot for picking him for my yearly shine.
Yep. Waco happening this weekend, starting Friday. 3 rounds, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And all 3 rounds are going to be at Brazos East this year at the Beast, which, thank goodness, because Lake Waco, get it out of here. Hated it.
It definitely didn't add to the tournament, I don't think. I think people like this event because they like Brazos East, the Beast. They like being familiar with the course and the holes and how it's going to play out and where people can push and get in trouble. So, yeah, I am super excited that it's back to the original format, and it's not overly long. It's not wide open, so it gives a lot of dudes an opportunity to get in the money.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love this tournament, love this course. I am super thrilled because it is one that you talked about being familiar with. I love being familiar with the course. Smitty, on the women's side, we're going to have someone returning, coming back to the States with a new name, Kristen Lott.
Yes, sir.
To play her first tournament on American soil for the new season. Smitty, is she going to win this thing? Yes or no?
Lot of the field. I'm taking Lot.
Okay.
Who you going? Lot of the field.
I would have went with Tatar. Now that it's Lot, I'm going field.
Really?
Only to go against you. And I mean, honestly, I have a lot of more chances.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, the smart bet is probably the field, but the smarter bet is probably knowing that she's going to dominate, as per the usual. We hope.
Yeah.
So
she did seem a little different down the stretch last year. She changed up her putt a little bit, with outside the circle. I think some people were saying that she was foot faulting and all of that, and so she changed a little bit of her jump putt. And so I'm hoping that she gets that all figured out and is back to the normal Kristen that we know, because, man, she's fun to watch.
She gives you a reason to watch women's disc golf.
Well, I have many, but yes, she gives me another reason.
She gives me a reason to watch it. So, anyhow, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait to see how it all shakes out. What are you thinking about? What are you most looking forward to?
I think the biggest thing for me is a course I'm familiar with, a course that's got tradition, and there's some different holes on this course that I love watching. So I'm going to name a few that I really, really love, and then maybe you can name some that you like. All right, so my favorite holes on the course, and I don't know if you know the number immediately and can know which one it is, but hole 7. You got to get out the gap into the open, and then you have to get between the trees where that is kind of raised on the embankment.
Over the ditch?
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Love that hole. I just think there's so many throw-in opportunities on that one. Getting out that gap's really fun. So that's a really fun one. Of course, when it's down to the wire, the final 2 holes on that course are awesome. Really, really awesome. Love 17, but 18 as a final hole is a good final hole. Having to throw over that water with kind of tight OB on the backside of it. If you're going to go for it, it's a really good hole. Even to get there, 17 can really put a sting on some people too. So those 3 holes are the ones that I always look forward to, especially coming down this stretch.
Yeah, I think 18 can be a tough hole depending on the wind. I think if it's calm, it's super easy for those guys with the power just to hyzer it over the water. Oh yeah, by the way, remember we shared a picture of a gator in the water there? Do you remember that over the winter?
No.
So hopefully they got the gator under control.
There was an actual alligator in there?
Yeah, buddy.
God.
But for me, I think this is the perfect disc golf pro tour hole. Trouble off the tee, left and right. You don't have to take a huge bite out of it to get it there. You know, most people throw forehands down to the top of the hill, but this second shot on this hole is fantastic, man.
It is.
There's so many, they can attack it from so many places, and 20 to 30 feet can really change the angle that they're going to attack from. And, you know, we saw Valerie Mondahano throw one of the greatest shots that we've seen on this hole when she went on to win this event. And yeah, I just love this hole because it's tough all the way through. You can't take a single shot off and score on it.
Exactly. And that's exactly the reason I love it, is especially, like I mentioned, down the stretch when these shots matter even more, because that first shot, I mean, honestly, you have to get a good shot there, because your first shots is really going to dictate how you have to play that second shot. And there's a lot of times that people are just out of position and they're forcing things, and that's when things can go awry. It's just a really, really great hole. I've heard someone say that it's a fluky hole because they can get rolls OB, but I don't think this is a fluky hole whatsoever.
Right. I mean, I can see that getting a bad roll and going out of bounds. It's pretty tight down there by the green. But on the opposite side of the coin, if you're not in position to attack it, you should probably be playing for a 4. So I think that's what causes the most problems. People are not where they need to be to get to the green. And it, like you said, it's the tournament. It's the last hole. You know what you got to do. You got to make up the stroke. Your opponent's going to get a stroke on you. You've got to push. It's just a fantastic hole leading into 18, because like you think 18 is a great finishing hole. I think it's an okay finishing hole depending on the wind. But if you're 2 back going into 17, you could easily walk off of 17 1 up.
Yeah.
Just by getting a 3. So, yeah. It's going to be fun. Can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. Really excited for the weekend.
Yeah, man. Really excited. So, I think this is a great time to talk about how excited we are, and time to do the thing. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I sure do. Bum-ba-da-dum. Weekly
picks. Yeah, this is going to be fun. You need to redeem yourself after last week. That was a tough week for you, old boy.
Yeah,
I mean, it's tough.
Cost me a lot of money
for you.
So, all right, y'all. So we went to Roadhouse. There's Smitty. You may have not ever seen Smitty this happy, but let me tell you all how this played out. Okay, everyone that's been to Texas Roadhouse knows how busy Texas Roadhouse is. Well, let me tell you, we walk in, first thing Smitty does, everyone's sitting down, everyone's standing around. He's telling every single person as we pass, yeah, this guy lost a bet. He's got to buy me my dinner. Said it to every single person, and then proceeds to get a fat 12-ounce KC strip. Made sure he didn't skimp. He got the added mushrooms and everything else that he can add on top. And yeah, he made me pay for it. But I deserved it after that Ezra Robinson pick. But yeah, what a good time. But man, every single person, even the waiter. Yeah,
the manager didn't care much.
That's true. You did tell the manager too.
She pretty much just wanted to get out of there, take her little receipt off the edge of our table and get. So Everybody else was pretty impressed, though.
Yeah. I was impressed that you finished the steak.
I did. It was delicious. As the current weekly champion, I'm going to defer and let you go first on your pick.
Okay, sure. I feel pretty good about my picks this week. So
I know you do.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but let me tell you who I got here. We're going to go shine, and I'm going to kind of take a page from your book. This is what you did last week. It's probably always the right play, but we're trying not to do this every single time, right? I haven't done it this year yet, so I'm going to go with my shine. Gannon Burr. You can't usually do too bad if you're picking Gannon Burr as a shine. So feeling decent there.
It's a good pick. I mean, odds-on favorite probably to win the event. So, I mean, if you want to take a cupcake, go ahead. I don't blame you.
I need one after last week.
That's why this win is going to hurt even more when I pull this off. Okay? I went with a dude that won this tournament 2 years ago.
Okay.
He got 7th last year, won it 2 years ago, had an off year 3 years ago, finishing 16th, and was 7th the year before in one of his earlier seasons on tour. Give me the quietest super pro on tour, Mr. Kyle Klein.
All right. I like it.
I got a list of people here that I just went with Kyle right there. I have 5 others I was going to choose from. But...
yeah, I think Kyle's a good pick, and we will see. We have a few people that picked him for Survivor as well this week. So
we got Discmania on Discmania here, baby.
Yeah, we do. And I still feel good about my Gannon pick over Kyle Klein, but we'll see how things shake up. Smitty, do you want to start us with a stink or a sleeper?
Yeah, I'm going sleeper.
Okay.
And I asked you earlier, I'm writing down your pick so I can make my thing later. Okay. I asked you earlier in the week or last weekend, what are we basing our picks on? Are we basing it on just this year, or are we basing it on previous Disc Golf Pro Tour? And you said just this year, dude. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then I misunderstood.
Oh.
So hold on. But hold on. Let's just talk this out before you say your pick out loud. I do want to say, I think until we get like 4 or 5 tournaments deep this year, I don't think we should look at results this year. We have to use last year's results for like what you're going to be using for your formula. Yeah.
Convenient. Way to hose me on 2 of my picks. I'm sticking with them though. I'm sticking with them because yours will be terrible. I'm taking as my sleeper Mr. Paul Ulibarri.
Where did he finish last week?
45th.
Okay.
And he finished 18th at this event last year. The course isn't overly long. He's the supposed best C1 putter on tour. He should be getting into C1 and making some noise. So it might be a sentimental pick, but I'm going Uli.
Okay. No, I like it. Let's see, just for your information, since I'm hosing you, let's see how he did. He is 31st last year.
I still think I got a shot.
I still think that's a good pick. All right. I'm going to go with someone that plays this tournament extremely well every single year, but doesn't play any other tournament well. He's a Texas guy.
Barsby.
Old school. Yep. We're going Gregory Barsby. He left the tournament just this weekend so he could rest up to get me a good finish for Waco. I think Barsby is going to ball out. Smitty, this guy shreds this course, and he's done it year after year, and he's always somewhere in the top 15. And this dude is, nowhere near the top 15 on a normal basis. So I think he's our sleeper for Waco.
Yeah, he's probably a good pick for you based on using last year's stats. So we'll see. I don't know where he ranked last year. It's probably way lower than what Ely ranked because I don't remember seeing Barsby much of anywhere last year. And you're right, he does do well here. He's a great putter. He's a good putter, and he's got good control on both spins. So yeah, he's
38th.
Solid pick. So about the same.
Yep.
Another good battle going down at the sleeper.
All right, good. And then I'll start with Stink. This is someone.
Gannonberg. Oh, sorry.
This is someone, you'd think I would learn my lesson. I was going to choose someone that for sure could not win the tournament, that struggles here, but it just didn't sound as fun as choosing someone that is a great player and has potential if he pops off to win, but he's never really played this tournament well. And so if he wins this, he absolutely earned it, right? So last year, finished below 60th place. The year before that, didn't play. The year before that, below 60th place. And this is a superstar, Smitty. I'm going to go Simon Lizotte. For whatever reason, he doesn't play Waco well.
I got a shot. I
swear to you, if this happens again, I'm done with this game. I'm done with this podcast. We're quitting.
Okay. You said it here. You heard it here, folks. So, all right. Well, I'm not an idiot and I don't have a lot of money. So my pick went another way. And since I asked the question for this specific reason, this is a great pick. There's no way I was going to lose this. I went with Jake Mon. Yeah. He finished 6th at Florida at Supreme Flight. I don't see him doing that again. But he did finish 24th here in 23 when he played the event. So, and once again, I don't know what his Statmando rank is, but
41.
I'm guessing. Oh God, I'm toast. So you're going to get that one for sure.
Sorry for changing the rules. Do you want a second to find someone else?
Nope, I'm good. I'll live with it. Let's go 4 weeks and then we go on this year's stats.
Okay, deal.
Okay. Cheater.
After the 4th week, though, right?
Yeah.
Once we have four tournaments in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, Jake Mon would have been an excellent pick if I wouldn't have switched the rules on you. I got to do what I can to help myself, though. But
2 out of 3 still a win.
I think Barsby's going to do well. Gannon's going to win. Yeah. So we'll see. What do you all think? You know what? We asked you to give us your stink, your shine, your sleeper, and hardly anyone did. We want to know who should we have picked? Did we make the right choices? Am I going crazy for picking Simon?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think this is the week, this tournament, he just doesn't do well. All right. We'll see, though. You want to move into our new segment?
Let's do it. Welcome to Big Deal, the segment of the show where Lucas takes a deep dive into things that everybody is talking about. Whether they deserve the hype and are truly a big deal, or are just a total overblown, yeah, big deal, bro. Get ready for some hot takes, sarcastic commentary, and a little bit of drama. Because in this segment, we'll decide whether it is a big deal.
All right. What you got for me this week?
All right. Is it a big deal that Zenni Optical, an online glasses company, has partnered with the Disc Golf Pro Tour?
Well, I think it is a very unique partnership. And you know what? I'm going to actually say, Smitty, this is a big deal. I think anytime disc golf can bring in some type of sponsor outside of the sport, that helps the sport of disc golf. I'm going to say this is a big deal for the sport. Now, Zinni Optical in general, do a lot of people know about them? Probably not. So it's probably a big deal for Zinni Optical too, and probably a good partnership for both. But I'm still going to stick with this is a big deal. Smitty?
I like your point of it being an outside disc golf sponsor. I think that is a big deal. I don't know what the partnership is, how much Disc Golf Pro Tour is getting off of them, but like we've said earlier when we were talking about the Reddit thread, disc golfers are cheap. So I have needed glasses since 7th grade when my mom was supposed to get me an eye appointment. She never did. I haven't been able to see since 7th grade. Thanks a lot, Barb. That's a true story, by the way. But since disc golfers are so cheap, I'm guessing that they're going to look at the price of Zinni. They're going to look at the price of whatever, wherever it's cheaper, that's where they're going. And if Zinni isn't the cheapest, they're not going to see any return on their investment. And we're looking at a 1-year deal here. So I think at this point, it's kind of a big deal, bro.
Yeah, I could see that too. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. I've never even been to Zinni's website. I don't know what their prices are, but you're right. If they're a premium price, disc golfers ain't buying them.
Well, I've noticed I'm seeing more of your ugly face tonight. Maybe you should visit them to get some new glasses.
Smitty, I said don't bring this up. I'm self-conscious. I usually try to hide my face so you guys don't have to see it, but I broke my glasses. So Smitty, of course, had to tell everyone about it. I'm getting them. They should be in this week. So next week, I'll have my glasses back, and you don't have to stare at this face as much.
Did you order from Zinni?
I did not, but this was before I realized. If you would have told me this earlier, I'm sorry, Zinni.
Big deal, bro.
Well, Smitty, is it time
for us to not be fat and out of shape?
You want to talk about that?
Don't even care. Well, let's do the Survivor. Oh, I can't wait to see these picks, man. That was a banger last week.
Yeah, it was. So, Smitty, here we go. Survivor League Week 2 picks for Waco are in. And of course, we start, as always, with you and me, my man. Tell me who you went with.
Let's go, Rick.
Okay, that's who I went with last week. You're going Rick this week. And you know what? After I had to buy you that steak, I decided that Ezra's pretty good. So I went ahead and went Ezra Robinson just to apologize to him. I'm sorry, Ezra. You go do your thing, baby.
Oh, man.
All right, Smitty. I'm going to share you. So we lost 2 last week. We lost Alexis and we lost Junod. So we now have 12 besides us 2. And I'm going to let you look at these picks. And I will need you to give me your opinion on who you think's going to remain with us and who you think's going to be out.
You got it.
And here they are.
I think Schaefer and Sean and Tyson are likely in.
Good choices.
I think Schmidt is in. I think Patsy and who is that?
That's Ed.
I'm sorry, Barb Smith glasses. I think Patsy and Ed. They're in. That's my pick, my shine.
What do you think about these next 2 picks, though?
Yeah, these are the scary ones for me. I think that Luke has been so busy with the Go Throw Tour, and that's got to weigh a little bit of a toll on him. He was the TD of the event. He didn't play. So dealing with that kind of stuff, the weather and whatnot, then doing commentary. But he also generally plays well early in the year. So he's a good pick, but
he almost won this event last year.
Oh yeah, he did. And yeah. So yeah, maybe he is a good pick. Maybe maybe. I feel like he's one of those guys that there's better players left on the table, and that's a ballsy move in this situation to try to
Agreed with that.
take out early. I love Brandon's pick of the Beast. I'm not falling for this trick again like I did on Goose, where a guy has one weekend where he makes every single putt he looks at. So I'm a little worried, but I like the pick. Loff is in. I don't know, man. Isaac has not played well, in my opinion. I'm going to say that Jason's going to be out after this weekend.
Jason, you hear that?
And Tyson and Little Nick. I love Little Nick. It's another one of those bubble picks. So I think we're going to lose some people this week.
Okay. So if Luke doesn't play well, kind of what you're leaning towards, Jason and Tyson, also with iRob and Lil Nick, we could be losing 4. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
I think there's a good probability of that.
All right, we will find out come this weekend, and I'll make sure I post that for everyone to see on the Win Dummies podcast Facebook group. So if you're not a part of that, make sure you are a part of that as well. Smitty likes to post in there. Usually it's trash talking me of some sort, so you definitely want to be a part of that.
Yes, you do.
Smitty, we are at the end, my friend, and
yes,
somehow we banged out another hour. What shout-outs do we have for the week?
I got to thank the fine folks at Innova for hooking me up with some cool plastic for the tournament sponsored by Disc and Deal Coverage and the Heisernauts, the Fling. So they did a great job. They got them here well before the tournament so I could try to move a few beforehand. Got lots of awesome Halo discs. Got Halo Polecats. Yeah, they did a great job. The discs are all fantastic. No weird color combinations.
The stamp looks good, too.
Yeah. So
who'd you hire for that?
Well, you got that originally, and then I just edited it a little bit.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to give you your flowers, man. That looks good. You did great.
Thanks, man. Thanks. So, yeah, that's who I got.
Is that my disc?
It is.
My man. It's great. This week.
For $25.
Of course. I mean, I'm going to pay you. Of course, I have to give a shout out to Tyson Jones for the tournament this last weekend. Got Disc and Deals coverage out there. That should be dropping sooner than later. I don't like to give you a date because I don't like to create expectations. I have a day job. But we'll get that out as soon as possible. And can't wait for that. The new catch cam looks so good. So another shout out to Sean Ayton, who did the catch camming for this tournament. It looks awesome. And I can't wait till you all see the new coverage, new graphics, new cameras. We're doing it big this year. And of course, we're going to have the same old Smitty and Lucas one-time deal commentary coming to you all. So can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait to watch and see how the lead card played out.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next Tuesday for a recap of Waco. Hopefully y'all get to watch some disc golf this weekend or get out and play yourself. But we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Later.